Hello, Wagwan. Welcome back to Circles of Connection podcast. How have you been? How has your love life been? How has your relationship with people, friends, family, and everyone been? It's a pleasure to be here once again. On the last episode, I spoke about limerence, and for some of us that didn't listen to it, limerence is basically having like a desire to be with someone that is unavailable to you. So you are like obsessing over someone that is not there. Like, when we have celebrity crush or crush on people like pastors or people that are not in our life, but we can see them, public figures, and we tend to desire them so passionately because our brain is creating this ideal standard of them in our head, which is not actually the reality. And so we end up falling in love with an idea. We end up falling in love with a thought, with what if. We are not even coming to reality. We are fantasizing about the idea of this person being this. And it leads to a one-sided form of admiration relationship where one person is always putting the effort and the person is always feeling exhausted and feeling let down because the other person can never really live up to that expectation they have in their head. And the other person is like, okay, come, I don't know why you have this huge crush on me. I don't know what makes you like me this much, but I'm not perfect. I'm not so great a person. I don't get why you really like me. And I try to be nice to you. I try to relate with you, but it always leads to more problem because you kind of always want more. Or even when I try to now open up and be emotionally available to you, you can't handle me, and it just leads to funny kinds of scenario. But that's not what we are talking about today. So go and listen to it. Limerence, go and just ask yourself if you are in a limerence. You have to set yourself free and let the other person breathe because it's not easy, both on the person having the crush and the person being crushed on. Set yourself free. So for today's topic, I wanted to talk about something a bit more deep, something personal, something that we all can relate to. We are gradually coming to that period where Easter is so close at hand. So I want us to talk about sacrifice. Basically, we all know what sacrifice means. I'm not speaking about KOK, Kanayo kind of sacrifice. I'm basically talking about having to choose to put someone ahead of you, not permanently, not every time, but just for a moment because you want to see them okay. So they say there is no perfect love without sacrifice, or there is no love in fact without sacrifice. So the question is, how often do you sacrifice for the people that are in your life? We all claim to love a person, we all claim to care about people, but the real question is, how often are we willing to make sacrifices for these people? Most times the question is about, okay, if I have, I can always give, or if they ask, I can give. But what if they don't ask you? What if you never really have enough? Does it mean you will never truly love people because you don't have enough? I want us to see sacrifice as something whereby it's more like a muscle. It's something we build. It's not something that no one has the capacity to just be sacrificing every time. It's difficult. Someone might save up money from their salary to buy you something nice, to take you somewhere fancy. It doesn't mean that they don't love themselves. In fact, you might think that the person is a fool for them sacrificing for you because in your head, I don't deserve it. Why is this person doing this? But for some people, sacrifice is like an exercise. We have to train ourselves to keep making sacrifices until the day where the sacrifice no longer feels like it no longer feels so hard to love a person. Because for some of us, to love a person is actually difficult. Like, you hear people saying, I can't be in a relationship if I'm broke, if I don't have money. Why are they speaking like that? Because they equate sacrifice to love. Like, if I can't do certain things for you, then I cannot say I love you, which is not correct. We can love people and still be able to watch them suffer without having to do anything. Jesus Christ carried his cross His disciples never volunteered to help him carry the cross. His mother was following him from far. They all loved him. But at some point, we have to allow people to go through what they are going through. But yet, it is our duty to always sacrifice for the people we love. So today, my charge, or what I'm saying to you all, is that you have to be aware of how willing you are to sacrifice for a person. Because if you are not willing, like, to make a sacrifice for someone you say you care about or is in your life, it basically means that you don't necessarily care about the relationship or the friendship. It's all those friendship of convenience. This person is my friend because it's easy to be the person's friend. I don't get to do anything. The person gets to do everything, and all I have to do is to just bask in the moment and enjoy the good time. But no, we are Christians, or we might be Muslims, but we are humans. We are humanitarian. We have to care about the other person. So it's a duty that we get used to sacrificing our needs for the needs of someone else. If we are going to become parents some days, it's going to become a normal thing. Like, they don't even have to convince you to not buy clothes for yourself, but to buy for your children. Nobody needs to tell you. That's where sacrifice comes in. So check yourself. If there is anyone in your life you're not willing to sacrifice for, it basically means that person is not really in your life. You guys are maybe deceiving yourself, or you're playing along. But if you cannot just look like, oh, I don't like this place, but this person wants to go to this place. Okay, let me manage myself just for today, and we'll go to that place that I don't like. Sacrifice. That is the only way we can communicate love to someone. It's undeniably. We can be considerate, we can be kind, we can be everything. But if we cannot deny ourselves for someone else, that love is not yet inside our heart. We are just, maybe it's easy to like them. We can say we like them. We can say we're comfortable or convenient with them. But for us to say we love a person, we have to be willing to make sacrifice for them. Not the sacrifice that will cost you your life, not the sacrifice that would cost you your identity, but a sacrifice that will inconvenience you, but you are doing it still maintaining who you are. Like, when you sacrifice, you're not losing yourself. You're not sacrificing more. You're not sacrificing your whole salary to go and borrow just to make someone happy. That's no longer a sacrifice. That's you being foolish. But to sacrifice a part of your salary, and maybe you say, okay, I'll trek these days, or I'll not buy anything for myself this month, or I will not do this. Yes, that is a sacrifice. Until when next I see you, shalom, take care and be well.